What's up everybody? In this video I'm going to show you how to use the WordPress Domain Mapping Plugin for your WordPress multi-site setup. This is a great feature to have because it will streamline your workflow if you're managing and maintaining a client's website and charging them a monthly fee. With WordPress Multisite, you can become your own hosting company where your clients' websites will be part of your WordPress installation. Your clients can have a custom URL, aka a domain name, and still be part of your multi-site setup. This gives you the same type of functionality and ability to offer additional features and services, just like WordPress.com. That's the power of WordPress Multisite. If you haven't seen the video on how to get started with WordPress Multisite, check it out and you will see how easy it is to set it up. This is the video right here. Take a look at it and you'll see all the benefits and how easy it is to get going with WordPress Multisite. By the end of this video, you will see the benefit of using WordPress Multisite with the Domain Mapping Plugin in order to add another way to make money and streamline your workflow when you're managing and maintaining your clients' websites. Alright, so in order to get started with the Domain Mapping Plugin with your multi-site setup, go to your website and log in, then go to the dashboard, and then we're going to add a new plugin, and we're going to go to the plugin section and add new. Then in the search plugins field, you're going to type out WordPress Domain Mapping. The first option is the one that we want. As you can see, it's active on over 9,000 plus active installations. It has very good reviews and it's recently updated within the past 5 months and it's compatible with our version of WordPress. Just install now, then click on Network Activate, and now you have it activated on your WordPress installation. Once you have that done, you can go to the settings area and you're going to see you have these two link options over here. Click on domain mapping and then it's going to give you a notice that you should copy or move the sunrise.php file to your wp-content folder. And you want to ensure the sunrise definition is in your wp-config.php file. So in order to do that, you're going to have to either use your favorite text editor and FTP program to edit the files and then upload it to your web server, or you can use your control panel and use their built-in code editors. So we're going to go with the cPanel approach. So just log into your web hosting account, find the cPanel or control panel, and then we'll look for the file manager. So this is the area we're looking at. We're going to go to the file manager. Your cPanel can look a little bit different. It's really dependent what theme you're using for cPanel itself. But just click on file manager. It'll open it up in a new tab. We're now going to go to the public_HTML folder, and then you're going to go to your WP-content folder. You're going to look for the plugins folder, and now you see you have the WordPress MU domain mapping folder there. Double click on that, and this is the file that we're going to want to move or copy to your WP-content folder. So in this case, just click on it, we can move it, and then over here in the path, we can just erase the plugins /WordPress and everything that follows it. Delete that. Make sure you have the WP-content there, and if you want to have the /, that's a good idea because that's where it says it should be located, over here in the WP-content folder. So click on Move File, and now it's been moved. We can go up and we can verify that, and you see it's right here. The next step is we're going to have to edit our WP-config file. So we'll move up one level. We'll go to the wp-config.php file. We'll edit that file, navigate all the way to the bottom, and then I'm going to uncomment this because I already placed the code there. You're going to want to define parentheses and then your single quotation mark, and then use sunrise inside those, and then comma separate, and then some more single quotation marks, and then inside that type out on. Make sure you're using the correct syntax, and then make sure you finish off with the semicolon. Take a moment and make sure you're typing it out just like this. And be careful if you're using a copy and paste feature because sometimes there might be formatting in there that can cause you an issue or an error. So make sure it looks like this. Once you do that, save the changes. And now when you go back to your website and you refresh it, you now see this page here. So what we're going to do here is we're going to put in the server IP address. Now if you need to find your server IP address, there's a bunch of ways you could do it, but I'm going to show you a very easy way. Go to this URL, whatismyipaddress.com/hostname-IP. And over here, you can just type out your domain name. look up IP address, and it'll give you the IP address right there. So you can just copy that, and then we'll go here and we'll place it there as plain text. Okay, so just make sure that's done. This is the preferred way to do it. And then we'll go down to the bottom where it says domain options. Make sure the remote login is not checked. Make sure to permanent redirect, better for your blogger's page rank and yours, the blog itself. Use the domain mapping page. Redirect administrator's page to site's original domain. And then make sure this is unchecked. Once that's done, save. And then now you're going to go to the other website on your multi-site setup or the subsite. Go to the dashboard. Going to go to Tools and Domain Mapping. You have that already installed because you did the network activate for that. So click on Domain Mapping, and then you'll type out the domain name that you're going to be mapping to your multi-site setup. And then make it primary domain for this blog. Click on Add. And then you're going to have to make note of this section down here where it says if you want to redirect the domain, you will need to add a DNS-A record pointing at the IP address of this server. So just copy that IP address and then log into wherever the domain name is hosted on. In this case, I'm in GoDaddy. Identify the domain name and then click on the domain name itself or the downward facing arrow. And in this case, it says Manage DNS. Now, it depends on where you have your domain name hosted. Your page may look a little bit different, but you're going to be looking for the Manage DNS section. Click on that, and then you're going to see your records. In this case, I already have the A record pulled up. It shows me where the current IP address is located. I can edit that, and I could just paste the new IP address in this location. So you want to make sure it's done properly. So make sure you have the A record. It has the @ symbol points to. You're going to paste in the IP address where you want it to point to, and then make sure these settings are set the way they are, and then click on Save. Now this can take up to 48 hours to propagate, so you might see some delay when you visit the website itself. Now another thing you may have to do is you may have to change your CNAME, and you just want to make sure that you have the FTP and the www pointed to the @ symbol. So you can just click on the pencil or whatever icon is there, and then make sure they're pointed to the @ for FTP, and then point to the @ symbol. And then same thing for the www. Make sure it's pointed to there as well. Now, if you go further down, you also have the name servers. So this is another important area to focus on. You may have to change the name servers to whatever name servers are being used by the actual main WordPress multi-site setup. You could just change the default name servers, put in the ones you want to put in there. You can choose custom and then add whatever name server that might be, and then make sure you save those changes. Again, it can take time for that to propagate. So then once you have all that done, you have your A record completed, then you have your CNAME, FTP, and the www section pointing to the @ which is here for the A record. And then you have your name servers properly done. If you need to do that part, just go back to your WordPress multi-site setup, and once the DNS properly propagates, could take up to 48 hours. A person visiting the main domain name for that website will be mapped properly to their custom URL. So that's the power of WordPress Multisite. It's a great way for you to provide another service to your clients where you're maintaining and managing their website. You're keeping everything up to date. You're keeping everything secure. You're providing additional services. You become their hosting provider because you're literally hosting their website in your multi-site setup. And you get to charge a monthly fee for that. So that's another great way to make additional income. So now you have this feature that's part of your WordPress multi-site setup by using the domain mapping plugin and letting people point their custom URL or domain name to that subsite. And now you have this other service or feature that you can provide where you're being paid a monthly fee. Your client has their website on your multi-site setup. And when a person visits their custom URL, nobody would be the wiser. It'll be as if they're on their own hosting account. Alright, so hopefully you found this video helpful. I just wanted to show you how you can provide another service with your multi-site setup and using the WordPress Domain Mapping Plugin. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe because I'll give you more tips and tricks on how to manage your WordPress powered website. Thanks for watching. Take care.